Hello. Another episode, another one of my late night binges. I was sitting having some late dinner, and this came to my head, and I thought maybe I should you know, come and make a little short vid on this. But anyway, out of respect for my mom, I never spoke to her about this. She's since passed on. It's been 6 years since she passed, but when she was younger, she would leave me with people, and people that she trusted, and I trusted them, even though I was a child. And during these times that she left me with these people, there was always females that she left me with. And, these females would arouse me as a child. They would put me in, situations where I found out what an erection was early. And I'm not going to get on here now and say that I didn't like it. It made me feel good early. I know that may seem crazy to certain people, but it did. And whenever she left me with these girls to go out, I say I was about maybe 6, 7. The girls would be about 12, 13, leave me over. And they would, they would play with me, and they would make me feel a certain type of way. Anyways, early on, this was a problem for me, and I thought it was just me getting singled out. But I understand now with experience that this is common. By the time I got to first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, I would think about sex. I would always think about it. When I was in the fourth grade, I can recall they would take our class to the library, and they would take us into the library again to have like movie day or something like that. And they would always cut the lights out. And when they would cut these lights out, I would touch girls, and they would like me to touch them. I heard years ago as a young man that prostitution is the oldest profession. The reason I think I need to say something about this is because this is never gonna change. We have to watch our kids. But I had sexual experiences with girls early. From fourth grade, I did a lot. By the time I got to the sixth grade, I remember this clearly. I wrote about it in one of my books. I had a friend. He since passed on. He whispered in my ear and said, "Hey, man, this teacher, she let me do it." So I looked at him strange, like, "What you mean?" He was like, "Man, this teacher, man, she let me do it." This was the sixth grade. And it's true. The sky is blue. I have no reason to lie. I'll always withhold names because, I need to tell my story. I asked him, "Do you think she would let me do it?" And he said, "We can try." But I asked him how long he'd been doing it. He told me he'd been doing this here for years. That was the sixth grade. The weekend came. I told my mom that I was going over to stay with him, spend the night over to his house. My mom and his mom was best friends, so that was no problem. But that wasn't the move we was making. We walked for about an hour to get to this substitute teacher's house. When we got there, her son was our classmate. I can remember him knocking on the door. She greeting him, and I came in. She greeted me, "Hey, how you doing? Have a seat in the living room." My friend, he went in the back room. I was sitting on the couch with her son, and I was already a veteran at knowing what's going on. he went back there and he had sex with her. And he told me my cue would be, whenever I come out, you come in. He came out, he looked at me. I went to try to go in, and she stonewalled me. What you doing? What you doing? I was like, I came over here, with him or whatever. I'm a kid. I don't know how to finesse that. So she was like, you crazy, get out of here, don't never disrespect me like that or whatever. But make a long story short, every time I saw her in school from then, I never spoke to her no more. But my friend, he kept having sex with her until she passed away. And since then, he's passed away also. After that incident, I would see grown women that was around my mama, and I knew that look that they had, that they was giving me. I can recall grown women catching me alone and fondling me and grabbing me in the private parts and making me get erect and kissing me in the mouth. I remember this one lady who used to give me money, $20, $30, $40, and she would tell me, you so fine, look at your legs, and oh my goodness, and this and that, or whatever. And this would happen all the time. And it just kept on happening. And it put me in a situation to where I was always looking for it. I always thought everybody else was looking for it. And it puts you in an uncomfortable position. And it made me understand that one day when I get kids, I have to watch after them. My mama watched after me the best she could. And if she was here and she could see these videos, she would ask me and question me, who were these people? But I remember their names. And I remember another one of my mom's friends. She would sit on the porch with my mom, and she would open her legs, and she would have no underwear on, and she would see me looking through the door, and she would entice me to look. And I liked the look. And a few times, she caught my mama going away, and she gave me money, and she seduced me. And she showed me things that a child should know. But at the end of the day, I was experienced with that from a long time. All the way from my younger age, I was experienced with it. And most people might think that I'm being facetious here, but I'm only telling the truth. I'm telling my side of the story that, sexual gratification became something of a badge of honor for me. You understand? I have never touched a cigarette in my life. I have never held one in my hand. I have never smoked marijuana. I have never drank beer. I have never drank alcohol in my life. And, sex became that for me. And I was introduced by other people way older than me. And I saw my classmates, a few of my classmates, I knew what homosexuality was. You understand? I saw how they act, and I knew I didn't want any part of that. In order for me to be legit with myself and share this with as many people as I can, I know the flip side of that coin is they had to be introduced to that. You understand? Because our Lord is a powerful Lord. He's a mighty Lord. He's a merciful Lord. And he don't create that.